a little bit early. Let's do it one more time. Folks, welcome back to Painting the Chat podcast live here on this beautiful, what night is it tonight, John?
Friday night.
Friday night, coming at you live and direct from New Hampshire. Mr. Sean Michaud, what is going on this evening, my friend?
Not much. Welcome to 2026.
2026. What a year it's going to be in so many different ways. And what a year it's going to be here at Painting the Chat podcast, bringing you all of the sports headlines. Sean, it has been, as our good friend Mr. John Oliver would say, it has been a busy week. It really has been the world of sports.
Yes, we were planning on doing a recap of last year, but things happen. We're going to push that to the next episode.
And I think for good reason, too.
Yes.
I think if folks look at the title for tonight's episode 35, Kyle Tucker is a Dodger and then an expletive. I know Sean would be, you're more than happy to say it if you want.
Kyle Tucker goes to the fucking Dodgers.
The fucking Dodgers. Sean, let's just kick it off.
What a surprise. Not really. It is our size. Everyone's been asking on Twitter on it. Has Dodgers ruined baseball this past couple years?
Right. I mean, what's your answer to that, Sean? How do you feel? Because I've expressed on social media on X, and people have responded back. I haven't even checked some of my other DMs and whatever else just yet, but nobody's really heard what your thoughts on Kyle Tucker going to the Dodgers, and also what does this mean for Major League Baseball heading towards 2027? Looking like a lockout, but curious to get your thoughts.
Dodgers just have way too much money, and at some point, like you said, there's a lockout coming out. At some point, we gotta have a salary cap.
Okay, so you're on the salary cap, yeah?
I mean, I'm on the fence. I do like the Dodgers, but 5 years ago Dodgers, or 6 years ago Dodgers. I'm not liking this era of the new Dodgers.
Sure.
It's good. It's funny because I saw a tweet saying here for potential all-star lineup, it's all the AL and here's the NL and just all Dodgers.
I mean, let's take a look. Kyle Tucker, 4 years, $250 million, with an opt-out after 2 years, and annually, this is every single year, annually, almost $60 million. And what we don't talk about is the $50 million that's being deferred. Sean, once again, the Los Angeles Dodgers, much like they did with Shohei Ohtani and others, are deferring payments to the end.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, this is a standard practice, and it is legal in Major League Baseball to do this as of right now.
Oh, no, right, yeah.
But I feel like the Dodgers at this point are just I don't want to say the word, but they're mistreating the system. How about that?
No, yeah,
it's not meant to be used on every single player. It's meant to be used on the big ticket items.
Yeah. Again, going back to saying, because I haven't posted on Twitter. I've just been seeing the news, keeping up with it, working all that, and comparing to the Dodgers, salary of what was it? It's 500. What's the Dodgers salary?
In total, it's crested above $1 billion. I want to say it's $1.7 billion now.
Yeah, compared to the Marlins, not unusual, but I guess insane. And people,
it is.
Dodgers fans are saying that that everyone else says, "Oh, you could buy much more money with all that." It's like we can, but at the same time, all the money that's coming from the other teams can't do that because
Right.
the big five, Dodgers, Blue Jays right now, Yankees, Red Sox. Think of
The
another big
Mets, the
team,
Mets, the Mets
The
have been there.
Mets,
Yeah.
because their broadcast is like so many times, especially like Sunday Night Baseball. It's usually Red Sox and Yankees or Dodgers and like the Phillies.
The Phillies are there too. Yeah, that's right.
And some of the Dodgers don't understand like the monies that's they're getting is from the revenue
Bushy.
of all the like the broadcasting and all that. It's like, yeah, we can let us complain about this. I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. No, it's a really good point, and I agree with you. Um, it's been a hot ticket item, this contract from Kyle Tucker. Again,
Yeah.
folks, 4 years, $250 million. Now, what I find interesting is something I want to debunk here, and it's something I've been hearing today, is specifically from Mets fans that are like, and initially I was like, Steve Cohen could have closed the deal here. He could have said, you know, this is how much we're going to offer you. Take it on the table, walk away with it. You know, he could have really crested above what the expectations were. However, what's coming out now and what we're starting to learn is that the Dodgers, specifically Kyle Tucker's team, went to Steve Cohen and basically said, "What is your final number? What is your final number you are going to offer Kyle?" So the Mets went with I believe it was something similar. I believe it was 4 years, or it was 5 years, 215, or something along those lines. Um, I'd have to get the exact numbers, or somebody who's watching live right now, of course, thanks for joining us, can update me on the number there. It's been floating around. But there wasn't even a rebuttal. There wasn't even an opportunity for the Mets to find out how much the Dodgers offered Kyle, for Steve to come back out and say, "Fine, we'll give you an additional $15 million in your sign-on bonus," which was $75 million sign-on bonus to join the Mets. That didn't exist with the Dodgers. What they guaranteed him was that deferment of $50 million, so that later on down the road he could claim it.
Mm.
So I think at the end of the day, there's a lot that can be placed on, and I think Red Sox fans probably feel this way as well. It's like John Henry has so much money.
Yeah.
Why aren't you going out and getting these guys? Why aren't you getting the big contracts?
It's just funny how the beginning the Dodgers fell on because of the Red Sox getting rid of Mookie in 2019. What year was that?
It was 18, I thought. Yeah, that was 18. But
Let me double check
um,
that.
yeah, if you want to double check on that.
Yeah, 19, and then he went to
19.
2020. So
But I think at the end of the day here, Sean, and I posted a whole thing about it on X for folks. You can go and you can check it out at X_RobinWVote. Um, I posted a whole thing that said, listen, the Dodgers did what the Dodgers did. They went out, they got their guy, right? They did this with Edwin Diaz. They've done this with Teoscar Hernandez. They're just building this team of players. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure who Kyle Tucker is personality wise. I mean, he came
uh-huh.
from the Astros. Let's just put that out there. He came from the Houston Astros, which we all have thoughts about how that organization is run
And he came
overall.
from he came he just got came from the Cubs, so as
From
well.
the Cubs. Right, right. Cubs organization, fine. That's great.
Yeah.
Um, but what does it say about the players? What does it say about the players that they would rather have the easy money, go play for the Dodgers, be kind of like they don't mind being second or third fiddle to Shohei Ohtani,
Yeah.
collect their paycheck, and get a guaranteed ring? I'm going to put it out there without even fucking trying.
I was going to say they're literally playing t-ball at that point.
Right. You get a bunch of superstars on a team, suddenly you can take nights off. Suddenly there's not as many expectations on you. So I think that there's two problems here. There's the player expectation and the I'm going to say it, the ego of the player that's like, yeah, you know what? I could be the superstar here, but boy, if I go to LA, I'm under the bright lights of Los Angeles. Like I can be a superstar. I can get I can get the deals, I can get the promos, I can do the whole thing. And I don't have to be the front face of this. Where if Kyle Tucker went to the Mets, to be honest with you, with Juan Soto and everybody there, it would be Kyle Tucker and Juan Soto as the face of the Mets, and he would also receive the scrutiny of the New York media. I'm not saying that the Los Angeles media doesn't scrutinize their players. We've seen it with the
Oh,
Clippers. We've
yes.
seen it with the Lakers. They
Yeah,
scrutinize
yeah.
their players like crazy. It's not the same as New York, and the pressure is very different.
It
Boston is
really is.
similar.
Yes.
The pressure of Boston is extreme.
It's probably one of the highest to like in sports media to play there, like
So at the
with New York as well.
right, right. So at the end of the day here, Sean, my thoughts on this are you can say you can blame the Dodgers, right? And I do. I don't like their management. I don't like their front office. I
But
think that
also blame Rob Manfred too. So
that's exactly what I want to get to here. We're not tracing this back to the New York headquarters and Rob Manfred, who's allowed for this to continue, who could easily say, hold on a second here. We've seen this with other trades before. The front office is going to review this. New York wants to review this deal to make sure everything makes sense here, right?
mhm.
Rob Manfred has allowed for a lot where he's said that he's made improvements to baseball. That's great. But he's allowed a team like the Dodgers to essentially come through, ramrod their finances all the way through each season to get the top free agents. People are comparing that to the Yankees. I'm going to say this, even as a Mets fan, that was a different time.
Oh
It was
yeah,
a very,
I've
very
seen
different
so
time.
many comparisons. Like yeah, like you said, it's different. It's like
Did the Yankees go out and get the top free agents? Yes, they did. However, at the same time, to be completely honest with you, they had a lot of homegrown guys. They had Derek Jeter, they had Bernie Williams, they had, Andy Pettit. They had a lot of guys who were superstars that they
and
brought up
also
through.
yeah, they also spend less money for that.
Uh, Inflation, like, are we not taking into effect the rate of inflation since
Yes,
2005, 2006? I mean, listen, this is what's crazy. This is what's crazy. And I think a lot of people where I would like to pump the brakes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 4 years, $250 million to go to Los Angeles to sit behind Mookie Betts, to sit behind Freddie Freeman, to sit behind Shohei Ohtani. And to be honest, Kyle Tucker's talented, but to sit behind Will Smith, their catcher, who was a superstar in this
yep.
past World Series.
Do they even want to play the game, or do they just want money?
So it really gets back down to, and we're going to go over some other free agents that have come through before we get to box scores. But, you know, at the end of the day, and I want your thoughts on this, Sean, because I've thought about this deeply over the last few hours, is that we're going to head to, we're most definitely after this deal now are heading towards a lockout in
Yeah,
2027, right?
and not with
These,
baseball because I've seen reports of other, especially like the WNBA as well. I don't know if you saw the tweet I
yes.
retweeted the other day. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But go on.
Yeah, because WNBA, no, because WNBA is in a very similar place where, you're going to have unrivaled in some of these other leagues that are going to have to pick up the pace
Yeah.
if the
What
WNBA
was it?
closes down.
Let me see if I can find that tweet.
Yeah. While you're finding it quickly, I just want to add one more thing. Um, as much as I criticize the Mets front office and as much as I criticize Craig Breslow, um, it's really hard to compete with a front office
Oh,
like the
yeah,
Dodgers.
here
Yeah,
it is.
go ahead.
I said the WNBA and the WNBPA has reached an agreement on a moratorium for league business, sources tell ESPN. This is necessary because the sides had failed to reach an agreement on a new CBA agreement or an extension by a January 9th deadline.
Right, so they're kind of in the final negotiations to try and prevent a lockout from happening
Yeah,
with WNBA,
we don't know
which is
how
what
that will. We don't know how that will turn out.
no, we don't. But in Major League Baseball, um, we're definitely heading towards one. And there's going to have to be some. I know the salary cap is going to be a big conversation here, and players like Bryce Harper and others don't want to see it. But Bryce, here's the thing too. You complain about it, but then the Phillies don't make it that far into the
Yeah,
postseason because of a team like the Dodgers, because they have so many superstars. So at the same time, where I understand the idea of a salary cap in baseball is very unholy. I agree. I think
yeah.
it could
All
bring
that.
about a lot
You
of
know what?
problems, but
Is all that money is going to the new athletic stadium. That's what that's what it is. That's what it feels
if they
like.
can even get the name right, like they can't even get the registration correct, you
Yeah.
know, if that's even ends up being their final name. But Sean, your thoughts on salary cap, lockout in baseball, and what that could do to contracts? I mean, did Kyle Tucker sign this deal with the 2 year opt out, much as we've seen with Ranger Suarez and Bo Bichette as well with the 2 year opt out, because they know for a fact that a lockout is coming next year?
Yeah, I think that's the one big reason is but I feel like no one is talking about lockouts as much as other people are.
Right.
I know it's like it's a near future thing. It's not a far future. It's coming. We don't
Yes.
know when. Most likely next year. We'll we'll even get a season this year. At this point, just like you said, you texted me the other day saying, "Oh, I guess we'll back to uh, see you guys in 2028." I guess
Yeah, because the
because that's
Dodgers
what
are going to win it this year. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you just look at their lineup and you look at, us heading towards this lockout. It's setting up for the Dodgers to be in the World
yeah.
Series again and to probably win it. It just that's where it is, and that part is frustrating. Um, and I hear you. I hear you in the where the players are trying to accept the money while they can. Um, but even that fact that you just said of like, are we even going to see the end of this year?
Yeah.
Is there going to be preliminary lockout, concerns? Will we get an all-star game in Philadelphia because of contractual issues? We don't know. We don't know what could
Yeah.
happen.
I mean, the only
Um,
baseball that would be playing is if they go to Japan, or they do the World Classic, or they
the World Baseball
go
Classic, yeah.
over, like you said, go down the minor leagues. But at this point, we don't know if the minor leagues are involved at this point.
Yeah. No.
But,
It's
but
it's
like,
all
yeah,
it's all
no,
crazy.
I
Yeah, go ahead.
agree. Like, I agree with all the salary cap. Even, I mean, I'm a little bit Dodgers fan. Like I said before, my mom is.
Yeah.
I still think there should be a salary cap at this point. If the Red Sox were doing the same thing, I would be saying the same. Like, it's like doesn't feel kind of unfair, but at the same time, I don't know. It's a sticky situation, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's very true. Lauren, what's going on?
How's it
Happy
going, Aaron?
2026, my friend. Good to see you.
Thank you popping in.
Yeah.
Thanks for popping in.
So, Sean, your Boston Red Sox, Craig Breslow, good morning, actually
Oh my
made
god.
a move here. Ranger Suarez, 5 years, $130 million, adding him to Garrett Crochet, adding him to Sonny Gray.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys have
I
a pretty
mean,
good pitching rotation
we
now.
really do. I mean, I'm just looking at the like going from Suarez and then Kyle Tucker. Like, look at the difference of like 4 years for 250 and then 5 years for 130.
Yeah, yeah. And Ranger Suarez, I'm going to be honest with you, longevity wise for the Boston Red Sox, is going to be able to perform at a very high level. Ranger Suarez was fantastic in Philadelphia. The fact that the Red Sox were able to snag Ranger Suarez away from the Mets, away from the Dodgers,
we,
away from the Yankees is really impressive.
we might have. I'm not like joking around. We might have one of the best pitching rotations.
I
Like
think you
if a
do.
top three, like
No,
will us
I think you
make it
do.
all the way? I don't know. If Craig Breslow can sign more guys, since we lost fucking Alex Breslow, Alex Bregman to
Alex Breslow, I
Chicago,
love it. Oh my God, I know.
I'm like, okay, then what, Craig? What were you offering? How much money were you offering if Alex didn't want to come? What was Alex Bregman's money? Let me look it up.
I got it right here.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah, he signed a 5-year, $175 million deal. 5-year, 175 with a 2-year opt out. So they
Yeah.
all have the 2-year opt out.
I mean,
Ranger
maybe
Suarez, I believe, also
like
has it too.
I said, maybe he Craig offered 100. Like we already
Well,
know he spent it on. No, I'm guessing not.
right. The one thing we do know, and this is a whole conversation here, Sean. This is how Bresbot works over there. Is um, Alex Bregman wanted a no trade clause in
Yes.
the contract, and what did Breslow say?
No.
We don't do no trade clauses on the Red Sox. It's like, excuse you, what?
You don't. In the past, we have.
Yes, that was one of the sticking points in the Bregman deal. Was that the Red Sox were not willing to give him a no trade clause. They would
Okay.
rather just sign a guy for 2 years with a no trade clause, see how he does, and move on.
Yeah. I mean, our best. It's funny to say our best hitter is a not a rookie, a former rookie, Roman Anthony, which is good, but like, where's the
Right.
offense? Like, we used to be an offense team. Now, since like I know in the past, I've always said we need pitching. We need some pitching. We have the pitching, and now they just push away all the offense.
And what's crazy about Roman Anthony, too, Sean, is that Craig Breslow says we don't do long term deals with players. Then why did you sign Roman Anthony to an 8-year, $130 million contract if you don't sign players for long term contracts? Tell me that. Why didn't you just sign him for a 2-year extension on his rookie contract? Save money that way.
Yeah,
No, because Roman Anthony would have pushed back and said, based on what his agent would have given him information around, the market wants you to ask for a no trade clause. That's how they got around it. Was they weren't willing to deal Roman Anthony at the time, number one, and number two, they wanted to lock him in for a long-term deal, and the only way to do that was to go the 8 years, $130 million, which, by the way, is quite the deal and is quite the win for the Red Sox to get him
yeah.
for that amount of money.
Okay.
Because I think he's going to ask a lot later
Like,
on.
but now I feel like we're scrambling to find a good third baseman now. We don't have
Yes,
we don't have Alex Benjamin anymore. We don't have why can't I think of his name? Dever. We don't have Rafael Devers anymore.
nope, nope.
I know
Suarez is still out there, but we haven't heard anything about the Red Sox going after Eugenio
you
Suarez.
you texted me. I don't know if we can say this, can we?
What's that?
About Mets Red Sox trade.
Yeah, there was some stuff floating around. I texted you about it earlier that
Yeah,
there was a chance that the Red Sox and Mets had maybe talked about Brett Beatty,
yeah.
being a trade piece for the Red Sox. I mean, Brett Beatty is a great player, would fit in really well in Boston, but
Yeah.
the clear fact in that is, do the Red Sox have pitching that the Mets want? That would be, or an outfielder,
Yeah.
maybe Yoshida, maybe I don't know.
We need some outfielders. We need some. Our our defense out there is not great.
No, No, I mean Sadon is pretty much the one that's doing it. I mean, Jaron Duran, like, have you been impressed with Jaron over the last couple of years here with this defense,
I'm
or
not really. Like I think stayed on probably the like currently the best out there right now
right?
for the Red Sox. I'm still holding out for Hero for not just Tatis Jr., but
We haven't heard much in the Fernando Tatis Jr. camp, have we? It's been
I
really
don't
quiet.
I don't know. I feel like we could get him for it. I mean, he's I don't know. It's a weird situation the Red Sox are in, just like the Mets are.
Yeah, I mean, it's listen. We had some news come today after the Kyle Tucker deal, and listen, I was all over Mets management. I was like, how can you let Kyle Tucker slip away? How can you sleep
Yeah,
on Kyle Tucker? At the end of the day, but later on, the Mets, Uncle Steve Cohen and David Stearns had an idea. Sean, the Mets lock in Bo Bichette,
the Sox
Toronto
were
Blue
looking at him
Jays.
too.
They were 3 years, 126 for Bo Bichette. I think that's a really good deal for the Mets at the end
That's
of the
a
day.
good pickup. Your infield defense is going to be insane. Like,
Yeah,
but like you said, you need some pitching, man.
it's pitching right now. I mean, the fact that it's Kodai Senga, Griffin Canning, David Peterson, and then, Nolan McLean, who's going to be a great rookie, who's going to continue to pitch well. Jonah Tong, another rookie. We got to be able to figure it out. But listen, Bo Bichette playing third. He's never played third base before. And it's nice to see for once a player that's like, I'm not gonna play that position. You know what I mean? It's really nice to
Yeah,
hear that. Bo
yeah.
Bichette
Love to hear that as well.
would have been great for the Red Sox, right?
Yeah,
Um, um, Infield for the Mets as of right now, Sean, is Bo Bichette at third, Francisco Lindor at shortstop, Marcus Simeon at second, Mark Vientos at first. Catching will be Francisco Alvarez. And then, of course, in the outfield, we'll have most likely Juan Soto in right. Center field is going to be up in the air. Harrison Bader has been talked about coming
Mhm.
back to the Mets on a short term contract. And then in left field, Jesse Winker. I mean, it's really like we need an outfielder who's going to be able to come in and field appropriately outside of Juan Soto. So I don't know, but the infield, like you said, is dynamic. It's going to be probably one of the best infields in
Yeah,
baseball.
yeah.
Marcus Simeon is not a great hitter, but boy, he can field. Um,
Man, I wish we had
but
some
two
good
guys,
infielders
two
too.
guys from Toronto.
Like,
Yeah.
I have a question. Who do you think of the Red Sox or Mets? Who so far, like, who's more ready for this season for spring training? And
I would have never had said the Mets before, but I'm going to say them now.
I think the Mets are more ready than we are. I think we are a mess right now. Like I said, I think we have no hitting. We need a third baseman. We need a couple outfielders that could hit. I think we're good on pitching, honestly. Um,
Yeah,
like
I think your pitching is great, actually.
our 1, 2, 3 are is like top like I said before, probably top baseball pitching teams
Yeah.
other than the Dodgers and probably Blue Jays.
Yeah, I mean the Blue Jays are definitely up there. They're going to be giving the NL East, or sorry, not the NL East. That's where the Mets are. The AL East a run for its money
Yeah,
this upcoming season. I think they're the perennial favorites right now to win the division, just based
yeah,
off of you know um, they weren't able to get Kyle Tucker, but boy, they were able to pretty much maintain most of their World Series lineup, which is important at
yeah,
the end of
which
the
is
day
good.
for
Yeah,
the Blue Jays. Um, it'll be interesting to see, as the weeks go on here, as the days go on here, because I think we're going to see a lot more action. Now that Kyle Tucker has moved, now that Bo Bichette has moved, now that Ranger Suarez has moved, there's still some bigger names out there like Suarez. Eugenio Suarez specifically from
Yeah.
Seattle. You still have discussion about where Tarek Skubal will go in a trade. Freddie Peralta of the Milwaukee Brewers has been attached to the New York Mets pitching staff, which would be great.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm waiting, and Sean, I don't know if you're noticing, but I'm wearing my Boston Common. Shout out to the
I
TGL,
am.
um,
Both wearing
Boston
green, but
Common.
I'm
Look
not
what's on
Boston.
here. I usually don't wear Red Sox, but look what's on there.
Hey, both repping Boston teams. Got my Celtics on tonight.
Look at that. Look at that. Very rare. I would like to see the Red Sox make a move. I think for a batter. I think Suarez is still out there. Fantastic third baseman. Lost on Bichette here.
Yeah.
Suarez would be a great fit. Would be a fantastic fit in Boston. Um,
No, I
I know
agree
he
with that.
was talked about too. He was talked about during the trade deadline, and it never played out. So, what do you need the Red
Imagine
Sox to do, Sean? What do you feel like they need to do before spring training? They got to get a third baseman. What do you think they need to do with that outfield specifically?
uh keeps it on Rafael. I think we need to trade Jaron Duran for someone.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know who. And then we have I gotta remember what's the current Red Sox lineup. Hold on, let me look that up.
You got
I should,
Yoshida out there who
he's not bad.
Yoshi's
I
been
mean,
hurt. Is he a good
yeah,
trade piece? He might be a good trade piece.
let's look at the projected from this. So I'm looking at this is from 4 days ago from Nesson.
Hmm.
Just for the projected lineup following Alex Brickman news. So we have Jaron Duran, Roman Anthony, Travis Story, which Wilson Contreras, which I love him at first base.
Great pickup. That was a great pickup.
We have Willer Abreu.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
yeah. Carlos Narvaez, Marcelo Meyer, Kristen Campbell, and Sedan Rafaela. That's
So
our current.
really, that's the
Like
current.
we could trade Jaron Duran, and maybe also with Yoshida get someone better to play left field. That's what I
Sign
think.
Suarez at third
Yes.
because
Is
Marcelo
that-
Meyer is in no place to play third base right now. I don't think.
yeah. Right now it says Roman Anthony's DH, which is weird, but
Interesting. So you
that's
would
right.
need. Hmm. That's really interesting.
I don't know why they put him in DH, but okay. Maybe he's hurt.
No idea. Yeah, that might be the case. That might be the case.
So
Um,
third baseman, uh, outfielder. I think we also could try to get Joe Ryan for a fourth.
listen. If you have pitching prospects, I don't know.
I mean, do we?
You have
That's
to
it.
look at that
That's
starting
a.
rotation, though. Could Joe Ryan walk into one of those top five rotational spots and be better than somebody that's already on there? It's he Garrett Whitlock. I don't know. Like, is there somebody in that starting five or just outside of it that the Red Sox would be willing to part with in a Joe Ryan deal?
Yeah, I mean, we have, like I said, we have Jared Ricochet, we have Sonny Gray now, we have Edward Suarez, Garrett Whitlock, and Joe Ryan, or Joe Ryan then Garrett Whitlock.
Does that mean Brian Balo gets dealt then?
Maybe you go down. Maybe you could be a relief pitcher, or trade him. I do like
I
Brian.
feel, See, this is the
Maybe
thing. The Red Sox they have an interesting situation on their hands now.
I
One of
think
them's
we
got
have.
to get traded for a fielding position. I think that's what's going to happen. One of
I think
their
so.
pitching assets is going to get traded.
It's the Whitlock or Balo. I think Whitlock will. I think I think Brian's a
He's more
little better.
inconsistent. Yeah. Whitlock's more inconsistent.
And don't forget Juan Oviedo too.
That was listen, big Oviedo fan when he was with the Pirates.
Yeah.
He'll probably come out of the bullpen, maybe. He was a relief pitcher in Pittsburgh for a little bit.
I think he'll be a relief pitcher, but
because Aroldis Chapman's getting older too, so I mean he could absolutely be filling in for Chapman a few times.
Yeah, which is insane that he's still one of the best closers
at his age. He's still one of the best. Crazy. Sean, listen, let's run through those deals again. Yes. We had Kyle Tucker going to Los Angeles Dodgers. Ranger Suarez going over to your Boston Red Sox.
There we go.
Great deal. Love that deal. Bo Bichette
another great deal.
New York Mets. Another great deal. What comes up next? We don't know. But we want you to keep it locked here, of course, to Pink the Chat.
Could it be days? Could it be minutes? Who knows?
We don't know. Sean, guess what? We've reached that time before we get into some football and our other headlines this evening. You know the song. We haven't played it in a very long time. What is it?
Ready? I'm going to hum it. Ready?
Okay, ready.
Box scores.
What I love even more is pouring over box scores.
That's right, Mr. Sean Michaud. Everybody out there, it's that time again here from Pink in the Chat podcast. It's time for
Box scores.
Box scores here across the leagues. Sean, in the NHL this evening, the San Jose Sharks are taking on the Detroit Red Wings. The Detroit Red Wings. That game is 2-1 Sharks in the second. The Florida Panthers are taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. That game is tied 1-1 in the second period. The Tampa Bay Lightning are taking on the St. Louis Blues. That game just starting. The Nashville Predators take on the Colorado Avalanche at 9 o'clock over on ESPN+. And those Anaheim Ducks taking on the Los Angeles Kings at 10:30 on ESPN. Sean, fun fact about the Ducks. Ever since they removed their mascot statue on the outside of their arena, they've lost every single game.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they won every game, but...
No, opposite reaction. They got to put the statue back out there in Anaheim.
Put it back. Put
it back. Put it back. Put it back.
That wasn't a fun fact. That's a terrible fact. Put it back.
Sean, in the NBA, the New Orleans Pelicans are down on the Indiana Pacers at halftime, 66-73. The Cleveland Cavaliers are taking on Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Those Pacers not doing great with Tyrese out.
Not doing great at all. Philadelphia 76ers are trailing the Cavaliers 55-54 in the second. The Los Angeles Clippers are taking on the Toronto Raptors right now. The Toronto Raptors are up 32-24. Later on this evening, the Houston Rockets, Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. That tip-off is at 9:30 over on ESPN. And Sean, the Washington Wizards, and without Trae Young for quite a bit of time, are taking on the Sacramento Kings at 10 o'clock p.m. in Sacramento, California. Of course, in the world of golf, got to shout out Golf TGL matchup coming up on Tuesday evening over on ESPN, 7 p.m. The Jupiter Lynx are back at it once again. I would be curious to see, based on their loss this past week to the New York Golf Club, to see how that plays out. But make sure to tune into TGL. But in the Sony Open, PGA Golf is back. Round 2 in progress out in Hawaii at Wailea Country Club in Honolulu. It looks like Riley is up right now. It's like a 6-way tie for first at under 9 heading into the weekend. So something to keep an eye on with golf back in. And then Sean, look at this. NCAA men's basketball, this evening. Creighton is taking on Providence over on FS1. Providence currently leading Creighton 71-62. Providence is catching fire right now in terms of men's basketball in the East.
Yeah, they really are. Don't count on those Creighton though. Like they're in.
I know you like your Creighton Blue Jays. That's for sure.
I do like them. Yeah.
Kansas is taking on Baylor right now over on Fox, 9-0. That game just starting. Loyola Chicago takes on 13-4 Dayton at ESPN2 at 8:30, and out west, Colorado State taking on Boise State at 10:30 over on ESPN. On FS1. Over on ESPN Plus, we've got NCAA women's basketball tonight. Drake is currently beating Bradley 40-38, and in the third. Looks like Towson is up on Monmouth. That's in the second half. And then finally, in the NFL this coming weekend, Sean, we've got a really, really big matchups happening. The Buffalo Bills are taking on the Denver Broncos on Saturday. That game starts at 4:30 on CBS. The 49ers take on the Seahawks on Saturday as well. That game at 8 p.m. over on Fox. Sam Darnold might not be playing in that game. He's been injured these last few weeks here. Looks like Drew Lock might actually get the start for the Seattle Seahawks. We'll go over our picks. We'll talk about them. On Sunday, you have the New England Patriots versus the Houston Texans at 3 o'clock p.m. over on ESPN ABC. New England is favored 3 points. We will make those picks. And those Chicago Bears taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Bears at 6:30 over on NBC Peacock. Monday evening, Sean, number 10 Miami and Carson Beck taking on number 1 Indiana in the football national championship, CFP national championship. Indiana is favored. I know. Iowa's not going to be in it for a long time. Indiana is favored by 8.5 points. We will have those picks coming to you.
Will that be another blow? Monday. Who knows?
It's been looking like that so
far. And I think Sean, before we close this, we have Australian Opens. Starts tomorrow. I mean, they have the qualifiers that's going on right now, but first round starts tomorrow, so it's going to be a heavy weekend. In the women's, I heard we might see Coco Gauff versus Venus Williams in the second round. Who knows? That could be an interesting matchup. So, and then
be interested to see. Boy, what a weekend for Sony! The Sony Open for tennis and for golf.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. Ladies and gentlemen, those have been your box.
What I love even more is pour it over box scores.
Sean, as we said, we have a big playoff weekend ahead. The road to the Super Bowl continues across the leagues.
Only 8 teams left.
Only 8 teams left. Playoff weekend, big time matchup. Sean, let's get into for this coming weekend. Folks love this. Across social media, they love to know what our PTC picks up. Sean Michaud. Let's start this off. The Buffalo Bills, 12-5, taking on the Denver Broncos, 4:30 start over on CBS. Sean, the Denver Broncos are favored, -1.5. These scores are going to be interesting. I think it's going to be tight. Who are you taking in the Buffalo Bills versus Denver Broncos? Bo Nix versus Josh Allen.
Ooh, I'm going Denver. I'm going Bo Nix. Like they've been playing really well recently, so I'm gonna go with Denver. So it's funny. It's so hard to for a team now that your team's out.
It is.
Yeah,
it is. The Jets were never in it. The Eagles were in it, and they get knocked out. And then your Packers are in it. They get knocked out, and you're like, oh, I guess I'll root for the Eagles. Eagles get knocked out.
Okay.
So it's like, what do you do? What do you do in this case? Sean?
Are you going Buffalo? Are you going Josh Allen? Or are you going Bo Nix?
There's something special about Bo Nix.
Oh,
There's something special about that Denver Broncos team. I haven't seen them play enough this year. I think they're going to
see,
surprise a lot of people.
I haven't seen enough either, so that's why I was kind of blindly picking them. So I would love to see them just beat the Bills. I'm not a huge Bills fan, so
Sean, mm, give me the Buffalo Bills plus 1.5. Give me the Buffalo
all
Bills plus 1. Gosh darn it. You were
right.
hoping I was going to go Bo Nix with you. I think we're going to be in agreement on some of these other ones. Sean, of course, coming up.
Are we?
I don't know. I don't know. We're about to find out. The New England Patriots at 14-3, number 2 seed, taking on the Houston Texans, 12-5, 3 o'clock p.m. over on ESPN. New England Patriots favored by only a field goal, 3 points. Sean, Houston Texans defense against Drake May and that New England Patriots offense. Sean, who do you got?
No, you go first this time. I want to see if
Oh,
we
you
got the
want me
same
to go
one.
first?
Go
Oh,
first this time.
jeez. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
What am I doing? I already have my pick. I just want to see if you have the same one.
I've been impressed with Mike Vrabel as head coach. I think it's similar to like Jason Varitek being on the bench for the Red Sox, right? You have somebody with experience playing for that team who's able to give key insight and motivate the guys. That's what Mike Vrabel has been able to do for the New England Patriots.
Mm.
The same can be said for DeMeco Ryans, who also played for the Houston Texans and motivates his guys. We've got a battle of two defensively minded head coaches going into this game.
Yes, we do.
Sean, listen, as a Jets fan, this is tough for me because I would like to see the Houston Texans finally make that, the CJ Stroud stride is what I like to call it, the Stroud stride, and make it past this round. They can never make it past the divisional round. But Sean, the Patriots are at home. It's going to be cold. There's going to be some iffy weather. Patriots play really well in that. Give me the New England Patriots minus 3 points against the Houston Texans.
You know I love me some Drake May. And
you do.
I do. But I do want to see, like you said, the strides.
The Stroud stride.
And I really would love to see Houston go for the next one. Give me the Texans.
Give me the Texans plus 3. Sean Michaud. Yes. Whoa. I can't wait to make the graphic for that one that says upset alert right on it. That's really, wow.
I mean, we've been having upsets.
It's true.
And we thought the Eagles would be here. We thought it was going to be the Seahawks and the Eagles, but it's not. So
remember that
this postseason has been surprising me left and right. So wouldn't surprise me if Houston can beat the Patriots at home.
Wow. Okay. Sean, Seattle Seahawks versus San Francisco 49ers. We're not so sure about. Sam Darnold wants to play. I was just looking it up. Sam Darnold wants to play. He doesn't want to put Drew Lock in this game. He's going to play through whatever injury he's got against a very hot San Francisco 49ers team. Seattle favored minus a touchdown, a full touchdown, -7. Sean, who do you got?
I want to know the 49ers. I'm rooting for the 49ers at this point. So, but like, if Sam Darnold is playing injured, I don't know if he could. I don't know if the Seahawks can make it like that.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Brock Purdy has been playing incredible. Christian McCaffrey has been playing absolutely incredible. The 49ers wide receiving core is going to have to step it up with George Kittle out at tight end. With an injured Sam Darnold in a wet situation in Seattle, Give me also at +7 the San Francisco 49ers. I like them this year, man. I
Yeah.
like them in these playoffs.
I
They're
want to say
impressive to
I
watch.
want to say +7 as well. So I'm going to go
+7.
right with you. See, we're doing the same.
We're doing okay. We're doing okay.
For
This last one, though. This last one. The Los Angeles Rams. Matt Stafford. Probably the perennial MVP in battles with Drake May this year, going up against the Chicago Bears.
no Bears.
And
The
Caleb Williams.
The Rams have been so good this year. Like
Rams
every
favored
team.
-1.5 in this one. You want me to go first? You want to go first? Me go first? You go first. How do we want to do this?
I'll go first because
Okay.
I've been thinking
Who you
about it. I like both teams. For California, I guess I was saying I'm the California kid. As a California, I do like California teams. I like 49ers much better than the Rams itself. I'm not a huge. I'm just not a huge LA teams guy, but
Yeah.
But I think I don't think the Bears could beat the Rams. So I'm going to go the Rams. I would love to see the Bears win, but I just don't see that. I think just the Rams are too good this year.
I've thought a lot about this one too, Sean. Matt Stafford plays absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
When that team is on, they're on. They've got Puka Nacua. They've got Devontae Adams. They've got solid running core with Williams and others. There is something. Listen, there's a reason why the Vatican chose a pope from Chicago, though. There's a reason.
There is a reason, but why didn't the White Sox win?
Because that's part of the journey. It's part of the journey.
I'm right here. I'm making a prediction. Chicago White Sox winning the World Series.
Sean, they haven't gone on enough of a journey yet. That's the problem. They haven't experienced. Well, that's not true. They've experienced a lot of failure.
I'm sorry, Chicago fans.
I like the Rams. You did an upset in the Houston versus New England game. Give me the Chicago Bears +1.5 at home.
I like
Cold
that.
Chicago. Cold Chicago against the Los Angeles Rams, man. Let's do this. Let's make it interesting. Let's make it interesting. So those, ladies and gentlemen, those posts will be up with our picks for you to check out over the next 24 hours. So make sure to head on over to X, Instagram, check them out. But ladies and gentlemen, those were your PTC picks for the playoff weekend. Quickly want to get into some NBA, what's going on in the NBA right now. Sean, tomorrow evening, the Boston Celtics are taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Listen, I want to get your reactions on how the Celtics have been playing recently. I've had a lot of folks say, I haven't seen as much Celtics stuff on your guys' feed. Well, then we're going to talk about it briefly.
Yes, we will. So we had other plans. We had other things going on. See,
Celtics have been impressive.
They're in second place, so they're pretty impressive. I know they've lost the past 3 games. Did they win? I can't remember if they won last game.
I believe they did.
I was watching that game too. I don't think I watched the full of it.
They're on a 1-game win streak, my friend.
Yeah. I mean, so last 4 games are 1-3. So, which isn't like they haven't. Jaylen Brown just saving asses and Peyton Pritchard and I mean, I love this team. I think we're going to be great, especially when Tatum comes back. I don't know if I can take it all the way. We still don't know when he's coming back. But I think we're definitely. I think we're going win against the Hawks next game. So, like
Yeah, I mean, we're going to a game, Sean.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention that, but I was leading up to that. Yes, we are
Okay.
going to the game. If you guys want to catch us on TV, or actually, I don't know if there's any tickets still left. We're going to be at the TD Garden on February 28th. Celtics versus Nets. I don't remember where our seats are, but if you see us, come and say hi.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we're going to try to.
I'm very excited.
Me too. I think the hopes is that we'll get settled into Boston. We're going to try to maybe do a PTC meetup before the game at one of the local bars near the Garden. We'll send you guys all kinds of details as that time comes around about where we're going to have that meetup, where you can come hang out with us, get some PTC swag while you're there, some stickers, some magnets, some hey, maybe we're going to have some cards to give away too.
Yeah.
That might be a chance. You might have a chance at something special.
Maybe you want to trade cards too. Who knows?
Yeah. No, it's going to be a really cool opportunity. So keep it locked here. Brooklyn Nets versus Boston Celtics coming up in February.
Yeah,
Sean
we
and I will be
really
there.
we've always done baseball games, but it's funny we've never done that basketball game. So
Yeah. I know.
Why not do a Celtics Nets game? So
I love it.
I know you recently just went to. This weekend, right? You're going to.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tomorrow I'm heading to go see. Yeah, the alumni game, Boston College versus Syracuse.
My mind thinks it's a Sunday for some reason, or
Yep,
it was
you're
last
good.
week.
No, I'm super excited tomorrow.
I'm excited for you. So
yeah, see Boston College play against Syracuse. Syracuse is on the up and up in terms of their college play race recently. Might find their way into the tournament. Boston College, not so much, kind of on the downslope in terms of what they're doing. But it's the alumni game, which is huge. That's not just Boston College alumni. That's also Syracuse alumni that come out to that. So I'm expecting a packed house. My wife, my father-in-law, even Kylie's going to be there, folks.
Kylie's first basketball game.
It's her first basketball game. It's going to be really, really exciting.
I think it's her first sports game, right?
Yes, it'll be her first.
That's a lot. You went to the UNH game, so.
Oh, that's right. Yes. So, no, yeah, it'll be your second. So, really excited for that. Make sure, keep an eye. It will be over on the ACC network tomorrow. Games at 2:00 p.m. Tickets are still available at the Conte Forum in Chestnut Hills. So, really excited for that one, Sean. Glad you shouted that out. Yeah, it should be a good time to everybody be seeing pictures from it. But in college basketball itself, too, Sean, as we wrap up here on this evening, really disturbing college basketball news here. Federal prosecutors charged 26 men with alleged conspiracy to manipulate college basketball games.
What is up with basketball recently with gambling and all this shit?
So the report itself said federal prosecutors charged 26 people on Thursday, including several former and current college basketball players, in an alleged point-shaving scheme. According to an indictment obtained by CBS News, the indictment states that more than 39 college basketball players on at least 17 Division I teams fixed and attempted to fix over 29 games. 17 former college basketball players are listed as defendants in the indictment. 15 of those players participated in the 2023-2024 or 2024-2025 seasons, and a few have also played this season.
Now I'm curious who these players are and what teams. We don't know, do we?
So 4 of the current players listed in the indictment are Kennesaw State's Simeon Cottle, the preseason Conference USA Player of the Year, who is averaging 20.2 points, Delaware State's Kamian Shell, who is averaging 8 points per game, Eastern Michigan's Carlos Hart, and Texas Southern's Omar Kusari. But the list of schools with current or former players alleged to have participated in the in-game fixing: Albine Christian, Alabama State, Buffalo, Coppin State, DePaul, Eastern Michigan, Fordham, Kennesaw State, LaSalle, New Orleans, Nichols, North Carolina A&T, Northwestern State, Robert Morris, St. Louis, Southern Miss, and Tulane. Now, the really more disturbing part of this, are some of the other colleges that are also listed here who have been in the tournament, which is Butler, St. John's, East Carolina, Duquesne, LaSalle, Kent State, Ohio, and Georgetown.
Ooh.
So you're talking about some bigger programs where they have not
Yeah.
released the names of those players, which I can imagine for a team like Duquesne or for LaSalle or St. John's or Butler, who are always in the
Yeah.
tournament some way, shape, or form. That's really damaging.
It really
But
is.
Sean, what are your thoughts on this? Like that these players were shaving points, missing free throws, missing 3-pointers, so that they could end up getting a payout on DraftKings or one of these other, betting
That's
platforms.
I I hate this DraftKings gambling thing. I mean, what happened to the game of just playing? Like,
Yeah, there's responsible gambling, and then there's
yeah,
this.
yeah, um,
Right.
yeah. It's all disturbing. It just doesn't make it makes it less fun to watch these teams. Probably, I think in the future. Well, this is more the players itself. I think, um, because I don't think it's really the colleges itself. Like I said, it's mostly the men like doing that. It's more like individual betting, um, which 26 doesn't seem a lot, but in its grand scheme, it is. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Um, it's just a terrible look for colleges itself too. I think.
It makes me wonder if some of these colleges that are Division I teams aren't relegated, if they're not told, guess what, you can't compete for the rest of the year because of this. It's really disturbing. Um, and it's
So,
interesting to know, like these are
any
20.
coaches
Yeah, go ahead.
involved? No, any coaches involved? You said.
I haven't seen it's just been players, but I think that this is going to open up a can of worms
See,
when it
this is
comes
like
to other schools.
I feel like it's like I said, it's hard to talk about this because we don't know how much information we have.
Right.
We're, we're just stating our opinions of this small uh, news about this. So
Right.
I'm just trying to say just take it a grain of salt and wait until more news comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's all we can do it to this point is kind of wait and see. But the NCAA has a lot on their hands right now, when it comes to a gambling scandal like this, and trying to figure out the dynamics of that. It's going to be really, really interesting at the end of the day.
I
So
feel like that's why we got to limit these gambling sites. It's everywhere now. Like we'll have to talk about this at a different time, but
oh, it could be a
like
subject of a whole podcast. Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
just
where
don't
we're
want to go
probably headed.
in too much into it before I
No,
go on a
no,
rant.
I know we're
We're,
pushing an hour over here for sure on PTC. Sean, before I give a little preview for what's coming up with TGL on Tuesday evening, I wanted to give you the floor this evening. If there's any final things you're going to be watching for this weekend, I know we've got Sony Open Tennis.
Mhm.
You have the floor for final thoughts this evening.
Well, that's like I said, Australian Open's coming. Uh, UConn women's is on a streak again with they haven't lost since
Hell yeah.
last year. It's Sarah Stein, Easy Foot, KK Arnold doing all great. They beat who was it last night? The not Creighton. They played. I should know this.
The Yukon women's.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took
Villanova,
Villanova,
which they're
yeah,
a number two. They're a number two team of the league, and they still won by 50 points, which is insane.
yeah. They've got a big game on Monday, right? Against Notre Dame.
Yeah, 11 miles team. I think that's all I really have I can think of. I know we have more coming. A sneak preview for next week. We have our top 5 moments next year. So of 2025. I think I said that earlier this year of this podcast, but I didn't say how many. So
That's right. No, we've got the top moments of 2025 coming next week, so make sure to tune in for that. Alongside, of course, probably a whole bunch of headlines from around all the leagues, everything happening across the board, of course. And of course, something you got to keep an eye out for, ladies and gentlemen, is happening later on this week. We've got TGL coming up. The Jupiter Lynx taking on the LA Golf Club on January 20th, 7 o'clock p.m. over on ESPN. It was really cool to see Tiger Woods coaching the Jupiter Lynx crew. And of course, LA Golf, man, really impressive. Colin Morikawa, Megala is just, it's a really impressive lineup over there. So please make sure to tune in. We will be tuned in over on ESPN. Jupiter Lynx versus LA Golf Club coming up. TGL Golf continuing to show just how awesome stadium golf can be. You can go outside or you can play inside and play the most ridiculous golf holes that are the most fun.
that's awesome.
That's what it is, which is really, really cool. So please make sure to keep it locked to that as well. But Sean, we've reached that time here on PTC. It's a little thing we like to call
Plug time 2026.
Plug Time 2026 edition.
Yes.
Awesome.
Nothing will change. It's just 2026 edition.
2026 edition. Sean, where can the good people find you across social media?
You follow me here on Twitter or X at ShowMeShow1, Instagram at ItZoneZ, and is that all I usually do? It's been a while since.
Friend on Facebook, but you might not accept, right?
Yeah, that too. I don't go on Facebook enough, so.
You guys can follow me.
You can follow our TikTok as well. And
yes, back at it.
Yes, back at it.
Back at it again. You guys can follow me over here on X, Twitter, at X_RobinWVote, over on Instagram, at IG_RobinWVote. Please make sure to smash that subscribe button right now, like this video, turn on notifications here on YouTube if you're watching us live. Good evening. Please make sure to do that so you get all the breaking news, all the latest headlines from Painting the Chat podcast from Sean Michaud and myself. Also, please make sure to follow us on Instagram at Painting the Chat podcast and over here on X, Twitter at Paint the Chat pod. We look forward to having guests here in 2026. More details on that pre-Celtics game meetup happening in February with swag and everything else. So please keep it locked here. We've got so much more with Wicked Hot Stove, everything happening during baseball offseason. And of course, listen, PTC Rips is back in 2026. We've got some good stuff coming down the road. Speaking of TGL, those packs are going to be out really, really soon, and I cannot wait to rip some fresh, older stuff. I think we're aiming for some of the older stuff this year too.
Yeah, I've been looking for some of the Olympic stuff too.
Yes.
Winter Olympics is coming up soon, so I saw they have the 2026 U.S. Olympics team. Maybe I could try to snag myself a hobby box or not. Who knows yet? I'm excited to see what happens for when the Olympics comes out. Maybe a couple months.
Exciting. Next month, couple months. Well, yeah, next month. Next month we're right into season of Olympics, and we'll have you covered here at Painting the Chat podcast about Team USA and everything happening in the world of the Winter Olympics. Ladies and gentlemen, for my co-host, Mr. Sean Michaud over there, this is Robin Vogt signing off here on this beautiful Friday evening. Be safe, be well, take care of each other, and we will see you all very, very soon. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
See ya.
Kevin calling. Kevin, I just wanted, if there's any way to be able to turn my computer off a little bit, make a big deal of it. Thank you.